At 10 o'clock, Big Ben fell silent. For the first time since Churchill was buried, there was no chime as a sign of respect from Parliament. After laying overnight in the chapel deep below the House of Commons, Lady Thatcher's coffin began its final journey. Thousands looked on as the hearse moved slowly along Whitehall, through the heart of government where she had dominated for so long. Then, halfway through the journey, at St Clement Danes Church on the edge of Fleet Street, her body was transferred to a gun carriage. The military men took over. As the cortege left, there was applause. Later, some boos of disapproval. But it was a mostly respectful crowd. 8 pallbearers took the coffin slowly up the 24 steps to St Paul's. Inside, the Queen, in a break with tradition, led the mourners. All Prime Ministers since Margaret Thatcher were there. Lady Thatcher had chosen the hymns herself as part of the long-made plans for today's event. With more than 2,000 filling the cathedral, one of her grandchildren and then David Cameron gave readings.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me.
At one point, the Chancellor George Osborne appeared upset. He sat among other politicians, some who served under her, some who forced her out. They heard a sermon that inevitably touched on politics.
After the storm of a life lived in the heat of political controversy, there is a great calm. The storm of conflicting opinions centres on the Mrs. Thatcher, who became a symbolic figure, even an ism.
This was a ceremonial funeral, but it felt and looked very much like a full state affair. Some have complained about the scale and the cost, but today Parliament, people and politicians stopped to pay their respects and say goodbye to Britain's first woman Prime Minister. Robin Brandt, BBC News.